What is happening, you guys? We're about to go train. Man, it feels like it's been ages since I ate fruit in the car. Yeah, just ate fruit in the car. Or I ate fruit in the car before I went to go work out. I haven't had cantaloupe in forever. Wait, this is called cantaloupe, right? Yeah, cantaloupe. I'm about to go train full body. I have to look at my spreadsheet, but I'm pretty certain I have squats today. It's either the squat day or the deadlift day. Damn, these things are perfectly ripe. I don't want to get fruit that's perfectly ripe. It's not sour at all, but it's not like too ripe and too sweet. It's like sweet spot. This is sweet spot. Who can guess which bar this is? 5, 4, 3, too late. Man, I'll tell you guys, it feels good to take time off of, I don't want, in my case, lifting, but just anything that, and not a ton of time, but anything that anything that you do in general that you're passionate about or you're good at. I'm not saying take like an infinite amount of time off of it. I mean, obviously you won't, especially if you're really passionate about it, but sometimes it's good to pull yourself away from it from a brief moment. And when you come back to it, you're almost like invigorated. You almost have like a greater appreciation for it, you know? Like, you guys know me, like I've been lifting weights for years and it's something I'm passionate about. I've done natural bodybuilding, but venturing off into kickboxing and pulling myself away from like the world of bodybuilding and being, you know, hardcore with my lifting has just, every time I come back to it, when I step away from it, which I've done like twice, this recent time being the second time, I always have like a new appreciation for it, and I almost enjoy it again, you know? And another cool thing is, I like how it almost re-humbles me. And what I mean by that is, I can't lift as much as I used to. So it's almost like it's almost like a mini reset. I'm not where I was when I first picked up a weight ever, but I'm also not where I was at the peak point of like strength and intensity in the gym. So for me, it's almost fun again because, let's face it, when you're at a point in the gym where you're pushing hard and your strength is above average and you can really push it, and you know your physique is really, you know, right where you want it to be, it's cool and everything, but I don't know, I enjoy the journey a lot more than the trophy, and having to kind of regress a little bit and then work my way back up, it's just more fun for me. So yeah, I'm kind of happy that I've regressed. Again, I've done it on purpose because of wanting to put my energy into different areas, but it's just given me a new appreciation, if you kind of get my point. So yeah, I'm just really excited for each workout again. You know, really excited to come back and lift with even better technique, come back and squat again, come back and deadlift again, and just really just enjoy the gym again. What is this, like, hair? I'll probably eat this after the gym. I'm gonna drink this right now. Well, not right now, right now and during the workout. So what is the goal now? What is the goal as far as progression? What is the goal as far as bringing this exercise back, the back squat, back into my routine? Even though I previously did it before, the approach is a little bit different. So I want to fix any of the imperfections, and everybody has imperfections no matter how advanced you are, no matter how long you've been squatting. There's always something you can fix. I mean, this applies to any sport. My squat, if you notice, I'm not squatting as low as I've previously squatted before, and I'm trying to reduce the amount of butt wink at the bottom, or they call it anterior pelvic tilt. Basically, your hips are rolling under your torso, and you're losing power, and your lower lumbar goes into flexion, which isn't the best thing. So I'm really focusing on cleaning that up. As you can see, I'm doing a very
slowed, controlled eccentric. This is only 155 pounds. Really driving those knees outward, opening up the hips, making sure that my depth is the same on every single rep, and the squat is more efficient rather than impressive looking because of the extra range of motion that it had before. So more isn't always better. I want to be efficient. So I want less anterior pelvic tilt. There's a few things on the squat that I want to really clean up here. One thing you're going to see in this next angle, I believe, when I squat from the front, I have a little bit of a shift where my hips kind of shift to, this is the side view. You guys will see it in the next view. My hips will kind of shift to the side a little bit. And I up until recently, I was wondering, why is it doing that? And people have all kinds of imbalances, that's completely normal. Some of us have tighter hips on one side, some of us have tighter quads or tighter hamstring or a tighter glute or whatever it is. Just even our anatomy, because none of us are symmetrical. We're all asymmetrical in some kind of way. So having your technique be a little bit off on one side is normal. But in my case, when I really think about it and I really watch, my squat form, I think you're going to see it right here. See how when I opened up on that squat, I kind of shifted to the right a little bit? You might see it on the next rep. Watch carefully. It's almost like I load the right quad more. See that? I load the right and then I kind of drift back to the middle coming down. And I start correcting it a little bit more. I think it's a little bit more corrected here. See that? Now I'm coming down a little bit more straight. There's still a little bit of back and forth, wiggling back and forth. It might look a little bit better on this next rep here. Let's see. Not bad. That's a little bit better. Okay, you want me to tell you how I was able to correct it? I shifted a little bit on the way back up. I can notice these things. Some of you guys might not be able to see it. Some of you might be able to see it because I've been lifting so long. This is what I look for in my clients and in myself when really trying to perfect someone's technique or my own. It was my previous injury during Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu when I hurt my left knee. And I believe that was a slight or partial tear in my my MCL. So, my MCL. So ever since then, I've been favoring the right quad when I came back to lifting because it was a little bit painful, and I've been indirectly favoring it without even noticing it. And I noticed that when I warmed up that I slightly favor the right quad. I load it more when I'm during the eccentric, during the descent, and during the concentric coming back up. So that front view you saw, I made sure that I loaded both quads on the way down, and you could easily see the difference. So I really want to clean up my squat, make sure everything is moving smoothly, and that's how I coach myself, man. I don't want to be perfect, but I always want to be better. I want to be more efficient, and that to me is what a skilled lifter is. Somebody who can actually look at yourself and say, you know what, I'm not perfect, I'm not the best. Always be a student of the game, no matter what it is that you do. That's how you become elite. That's how you learn more. That's how you evolve. Always be learning. Don't ever think you know enough. And I'm always trying to correct everything on every exercise and every body part. I always try to get better. So this is just my honest physique, guys. Physique update or mini physique update. I'm weighing about 165. Pretty lean. I'm not doing too bad. I look it's weird, right? My body composition looks a little bit weird. I look a little bit soft in some areas, like a little bit softer around my low back. I think, and in my arms look a little bit smaller. Maybe you can't see it, but I can. Just from the lower volume, but it's okay. We're working our way back up, and we're having a good time. Okay, so I'm back at the house, and I have, for dinner, an entire bag of basmati white rice and an entire rotisserie chicken. Super simple. So for those of you guys who are like, oh, well, I can't diet or I can't keep track of my calories, macros, and all that BS, I don't care. There's such easy ways to get your calories in. Obviously, if you want to control the calories, the carbohydrates, fats, and the proteins easier, don't eat something like a rotisserie chicken. Eat leaner cuts of meat. Control the calories, but you're gonna have to make the time for that. So it's all about priorities. Right now, I'm just trying to get the calories in and also show you guys that flexible dieting is another option. We have everything here that we're going to be eating to finish up the macros for the entire day. I'll throw that on the screen for you guys. I added some Nutella with some chocolate rice cakes just to be able to hit my total calorie goal for the day. I still have my protein bar from earlier that I didn't finish just because I wasn't really that hungry, so we're just going to eat everything all here at once. There's nothing wrong with eating all your calories at once. It doesn't matter if it's late, it doesn't matter if it's early, spread out through the day, it doesn't matter.
matters is the energy balance. The energy balance is what matters more than anything. So total calories taken in versus total calories expended. Man, there's a lot of chicken. I also have some of this Stubbs sticky sweet barbecue sauce. Now this isn't like your typical, well, it's kind of low calorie barbecue sauce. I've never tried this one. You guys know I like that May Hughes, I think it's called, one that's like super low calorie. That's typically the one I use, but I wanted to try something different. What part of the rotisserie chicken do you guys like more? The lean, white, meaty part? The dark meat, fatty part to me tastes better. It just has like that strong taste to it. This is kind of just bland, but whatever. Need to hit the protein goal. It's really cool how just starting to lift again automatically is just like stimulating my appetite right back up. You know, because like I mentioned, not lifting just really suppressed it. It's just something that my body's become so accustomed to, you know? Freaking years and years and years of lifting, training, eating a lot, lifting heavy, eating a lot, lifting heavy. Your body just becomes so accustomed to that not putting that demand on my body has just made it go, look, keep the calories, I'm good with it. And when I start lifting again, my body's like, feed me. This is a pretty dope setup. I got my healthy meal, you know, my rice, chicken, and vegetables. And then I get a chocolate protein bar with chocolate rice cakes with Nutella on top. We are going to try this barbecue sauce. You zero the scale out. I don't want to weigh the cap, get the cap off, even though it had 0 weight on it. And yeah, let's try this. $32 grams. I think I literally 35 grams is a serving. So I got very close, 32 grams. That from years and years of tracking, then I go to eyeball. It's almost like a skill you develop. Anyone who's tracked calories for a while knows what I'm talking about. Try it. Barbecue sauce. That isn't bad, but that's not, this kind of tastes like generic barbecue sauce. It's not terrible, but I probably won't buy that again. Maybe I will, because of the fact that it's 14 grams of carbs per serving, as opposed to, I think usually normal barbecue sauce per 35 grams is like 28, so it's usually double. So I think this is cut in half. I have to double check, I don't remember. Who watched UFC 245? Usman versus Covington. That was a good fight. Obviously, Usman won. Freaking Covington lost. Covington broke his jaw, I think in like round 3. Well, Usman broke Covington's jaw. And he fought with a broken jaw. But as cool as that fight was to see, the only thing that really disappointed me in that fight was the fact that I wanted to see some high-level wrestling between two of the best wrestlers in the division. Now, I know that they were mad at each other and they wanted to stand and bang, but nothing against Usman and Covington, but I would rather watch two high-level strikers, like maybe like Israel Adesanya and Wonder Boy, because it's more technical. This fight was still fun because it was a brawl. It was like a good old-fashioned fist fight, but I'd rather have seen their strong points go at each other, like who's wrestling is gonna cancel who's wrestling's out, you know? I really wanted to see that, or at least see it mixed into all the striking that they did. So that was my only thing. I was like, all right, when is someone gonna shoot? Who's gonna go for the takedown? And who's the better wrestler, you know? But yeah, we didn't get to see that, but still, it was a dope card. Not my favorite card of the year, but it was a dope card. I was kind of bummed that Max Holloway lost the belt, because I love Max Holloway. Not even just because of the fact he's a great fighter, but like he's just such a good person, you know. He's such a good dude. So to see him lose kind of bummed me. But Volkanovski, Alexander Volkanovski, he's a beast, man. Trained at the same gym as Adesanya, so I'm not surprised that he was able to outstrike Holloway. You know what? I kind of do like the barbecue sauce. Isn't that weird how that works? how you'll take a bite of something, you're like, okay, it's okay, it's not that good, and then you'll eat it, and like we're just creatures of like habit, you know? You do something for a while and it grows on you. As I'm sitting there eating the barbecue sauce, like without thinking about it until like freaking 10 bites in, it dawned on me, yeah, I kind of like this. But the first one I was like, it's not even that good. We're so weird. I'm so weird. I won't speak for you. I should probably have a drink too. Bonus points for who guesses where this is from. Can I sip some of your tasty drink to wash this down? Some diet ginger ale. All the soda that I drink is diet. I am not a big fan of drinking calories. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with drinking calories, but if you're somebody who's dieting or somebody who's just trying to have the most balanced energy through the day, you should probably consider eating most of your calories and maybe drinking some, like say a protein shake. In that case, it's understandable to hit your protein goal. But if you're like, I think for me, one of the silliest things you can do, unless you're trying to gain weight, again, it depends on circumstances, is like drink carbohydrates. Like to me, if this entire glass was a regular ginger ale or Coca-Cola, that to me is just like blasphemous. Like I don't know who could do that. Obviously some of you guys do it, but so many people don't even realize, okay, I don't want to go on a rant here, but we're gonna go on a rant. Why do people gain so much weight? So much in weight? Okay, the typical family or the typical couple, if you will, goes into a restaurant, you know, before they order anything, they have a couple appetizers, right? That's normal, okay? And then they have like some soda. Typically people don't get diet soda. If I'm right, I think a can of soda, the average soda is like 63 grams of carbs. That is so ridiculous. That's crazy to me. And usually, okay, you'll have your appetizers, and probably with your appetizers, you probably drink at least 2 sodas. That's 126 grams of carbs right there, alone. 2 sodas. Well, probably a little bit more or less because obviously they're not tracking it in a cup. You usually get it in a cup or in a glass. You're not tracking that, so typically you probably get anywhere from like 120 to 150 grams of carbs in 2 sodas. Your main course meal hasn't even come out yet. You're probably gonna drink another 2 glasses of soda, unless you're drinking alcohol or whatever, which also has calories too, with your main course meal. Not to mention all the carbohydrates that are in your main course meal. Not to mention if you get dessert and all that other fun stuff, plus whatever else you ate earlier in the day. You see where I'm going with this? That's the problem with drinking normal soda, is people don't even realize that it can like double your carbohydrate or even triple your estimated carbohydrate intake without you even realizing it. So, food for thought. Consider diet soda. Plus, it's funny, it's weird. Like, if you're somebody who's drinking diet soda for a long time and you go back drinking regular soda, soda just tastes like straight up syrup. It's crazy. So, yeah, food for thought. Switch to diet soda. It will help you lose. But if you're somebody who doesn't want to track calories and do all that crazy stuff, one easy, quick tip: switch to diet soda. Yep, that barbecue sauce definitely did grow on me. It's good. Sorry I give you a thumbs down. You know? And there's a black dude. There's a black guy on here. My people. I gave a thumbs down to my own people. That's terrible. I recommend Stubbs barbecue sauce. Take a look. 14 grams of carbs per serving. Per 35 grams. So yeah, it works. I'm not trying to recommend this to any of you, but I'm not recommending it to any of you. Remember, it's based off of what your goals are, what your calories are, how flexible you want to be with your diet, and how much of a sweet tooth you have. I haven't been on camera in a long time. I feel like I'm very talkative. If I am, you guys can tell me. Just put STFU, shut up, in the comment section below. But I'll probably keep talking. Man, thought just hit me. My dad, who As you guys know, my dad passed away from cancer a couple of years ago. I'm sitting there eating this food, like thinking about finishing it. And I can remember, like, when I wouldn't finish food, my dad would just beat my ass when I was a kid, you know? Or when I would act up or do anything bad, he would whoop my ass. Like, my parents are from Africa, like freaking African culture, and discipline is a huge thing over there. So whenever I would screw up, my dad would just be like, pick a belt. He would tell me to pick a belt, and he would just tell me to lay down on the ground, face down on the ground, and he would just let me have it. Grew up in an African home, that's how it is. My mom, she had her own method. Spoon. Wooden spoon, put your hand out. She also liked to pull ears too. She would grab my ear and just twist that bitch. I'm gonna start finishing everything, which means I'm not gonna get a beating. Eating this last, just because I prefer to eat these next. So, if you guys haven't tried chocolate rice cakes with Nutella on them, you have to. Wow, I almost dropped it. Man, that goes down easy. Damn, Nutella is good. No wonder it's so addicting to, like, so many people. No phones at the table. Nutella in my teeth. Arigato gozaimasu. You guys know this has been my favorite protein bar for like, what, like 6 months or something like that? 4 months? It's weird. When this came out, this bar is super old. I was like new to lifting. I tried it and I was like, oh, this isn't even that good. And then like I tried it now and I'm like, this is pretty good. Your taste buds change as you get older. Isn't that wild? That's like so wild. You know? Everything changes. Your body chemistry changes. Yeah, it's crazy. One thing I learned about myself in terms of like, it's like this weird like addiction that I have when it comes to like, I don't know, just my taste buds. I like to usually eat something really sweet and wash it down with something super carbonated, be it a Monster or a diet soda. So I like to have like a protein bar or something, or like rice. Damn it, my camera overheated without me actually knowing it. Sorry guys, but yeah, I was just saying I like to eat something really sweet and then wash it down with something super carbonated. And yeah, that's just weird, but that's how I am. If any of you guys are like that, let me know, leave a comment below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you guys in the next video.